humanity's greatest inventions weren't born from ambition. They were born from something much more powerful, pure, unfiltered laziness. The wheel, the remote control, food that arrives at your door, all thanks to people who simply did not want to. So let's rewind, all the way back to the very first nap that changed everything. Meet Grug, prehistoric, hungry, and extremely committed to not moving. Fire required rubbing 2 sticks together. Grug rubbed them exactly twice. So he just threw a rock at another rock. Boom, fire, innovation, baby. Tending the fire all night. Hard pass, he just built it bigger and walked away. Naturally, the fire got out of control. Grug's solution, let someone else deal with it. Walking long distances was exhausting, so Grug invented something revolutionary, rolling. Chasing prey, also exhausting, so he just threw the spear instead. Genius, really. Then he domesticated a wolf, not for loyalty, so it could do the running for him. Cave painting? He didn't even stand up. He just painted lying flat on his back. The tribe even elected him leader. His campaign platform, I will personally do nothing. The wheel, fire, tools, domesticated animals, all secretly powered by one thing, not wanting to work. And that was only the beginning. Fast forward a few thousand years. Enter ancient Egypt, where walking was for peasants, and Grug had graduated to royalty. He refused to walk anywhere, so his people invented the sedan chair, carried entirely by others. Carrying water by hand was brutal, so they built the shadoof, a lever that lifted it for you. Building the pyramids required thousands of workers. The overseer mostly just watched from the shade. Rowing a boat upstream was misery, so they raised a sail and let the wind do it. Writing full hieroglyphs took forever, so scribes invented shorthand. Less symbols, same laziness. Pyramid workers even staged history's first labor strike. Their demand, more nap breaks. Naturally. Egypt proved it. Give a lazy person a problem, and they'll build a machine to avoid it. Next stop, Rome. In Rome, laziness became an art form. Senators didn't sit in chairs. They reclined on couches while eating. Chariots were invented so nobody had to run anywhere ever again. Aqueducts were built so nobody had to haul water buckets across the city. Convenience engineered. The public baths, officially for hygiene, unofficially an all-day excuse to do absolutely nothing. Roads, chariots, aqueducts, baths. Rome's entire empire ran on the desire to move and work as little as possible. But Rome eventually fell, and laziness adapted. Welcome to the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages. Knights, castles, and armor so heavy that Grug needed a pulley system just to get dressed. Also too lazy to walk in it. He needed a pulley to get on the horse too. Farming by hand? Miserable. So they hitched an ox to a plow and let it do the work instead. Castles came with moats, officially for defense, unofficially so the king never had to greet visitors himself. Monks copying manuscripts by hand invented abbreviations, less letters, same lazy energy as a text message. Feasts were basically an endurance sport. He usually didn't survive dessert. Grinding grain by hand took forever, so they built a water wheel and let the river handle it. Castle guards mastered a rare skill, sleeping completely upright, propped up by their own spear. Jousting was terrifying, so he perfected a new strategy, dramatically fainting before impact. During the plague, everyone practiced social distancing, mostly because it was a great excuse to skip social events. The plow, the water wheel, the moat. Medieval innovation was really just medieval avoidance. Then came the Renaissance, and laziness got a serious upgrade. The Renaissance gave us great thinkers. Grug used his genius to design a flying machine, just to avoid walking uphill. The printing press meant monks never had to hand copy another book again. Laziness, automated. Then the steam engine arrived. Suddenly machines could do the heavy lifting, literally. The assembly line broke work into tiny tasks. He got assigned exactly one. He was thrilled. He also perfected the art of napping, standing up between machine cycles. A true innovator. Stairs were exhausting, so they invented the elevator. Now, going up required zero effort at all. And the telephone meant he never had to walk anywhere to have a conversation ever again. The Industrial Revolution automated effort itself. But the 20th century, that's where things got really comfortable. The television arrived, and suddenly entire families gathered around to do absolutely nothing together. Then came the remote control, the single greatest invention in the history of not getting up. TV dinners meant you didn't even have to leave the couch to eat a full meal. Drive-thrus meant you didn't even have to leave your car to get food. Revolutionary. Escalators were installed directly next to perfectly usable stairs. Nobody questioned it. The microwave meant waiting for the oven was officially unacceptable. And then the recliner chair arrived, the true throne of modern laziness. Even playing required no walking anymore. Remote control cars did the running for you. Fast food plus the recliner plus the remote. Historians call this the lazy trifecta. But comfort was about to evolve again. The internet was coming, and it would change everything. The internet meant you never had to walk to a library again. Every answer instantly from the couch. Online shopping meant the entire mall came to him. He never had to put on real pants again. Email replaced letters. No more walking to the mailbox. Just the crushing effort of pressing send. Search engines meant you didn't even have to think hard anymore. Just ask, and the answer appears. Video calls meant you could visit someone without ever leaving your chair. Pants, once again, optional. Streaming meant no more walking to a video store, just infinite content forever from one spot. GPS meant you never had to ask for directions, remember a route, or think at all. Just follow the arrow. The internet was the ultimate lazy multiplier, but nothing could prepare the world for what came next. And then it arrived. The smartphone, the final form, the endgame of human convenience. Food delivery apps meant he never had to leave his bed to eat again, ever. Smart home devices meant even turning off a light required zero physical movement, just words. Robot vacuums meant even cleaning got outsourced to a small disk. That does it better than he ever would. Streaming binges reached a new evolutionary stage. He didn't just watch TV, he became one with the blanket. He ordered from the same delivery app so often, the driver started recognizing his doorbell ring.
Fitness apps count his steps, so he just shakes the phone on the couch instead of actually walking. Work meetings, also from bed, business on top, blanket cocoon on the bottom. The smart fridge now orders groceries automatically. He hasn't opened a grocery list in years. Voice assistants now answer his texts for him. He hasn't typed a full sentence in months. Eventually, he achieved his final form, fully merged with the bed, indistinguishable from the pillows. Rumor has it the next invention is a robot that does his blinking for him. We're almost there. Here's the twist, though. Building all this lazy convenience, that took an insane amount of hard work. Turns out laziness didn't slow humanity down. It might have been the thing that built civilization. So be honest. Which era of lazy are you? Cave guy? Recliner king? Or fully merged with your blanket right now? Comment your laziest habit below and subscribe because staying updated is way easier than searching for us again. The end eventually whenever he gets around to it.